Hey friends, we are spending some time at the beach this week for, of course, today is President's Day. A lot of kids are out of school for President's Day, but because of the place that we live, the kids are also out tomorrow for Mardi Gras. Like, I'd never even heard of that till I moved down here. And then the school is closed for the entire week for winter break. So we were like, let's go stay at the beach. I think the high today is in the upper 70s, so it will warm up, but I am currently in a sweatsuit. I just got my exercise in on the beach, and that's where I really feel God speaks to me at the beach when I'm not listening to any music. I'm not letting anything in the world distract me. My feet are bare. I'm walking on the sand that He created. The salt water is rushing against my feet. Seashells I'm stepping on. I feel like it's therapy. Beach therapy is what I call it. So if you are in need of some therapy, you need to get to the beach. But I want to, let me wipe that off real quick. I know I'm a little crooked. You guys see the beach behind me? I don't know if you can see it. It is a beautiful day. But this is what God spoke to me today. We all have brokenness in our life, and there's places where people, time, things, places have hurt us. And maybe people see it and maybe they don't. But I was walking, and of course there are tons of broken seashells on the beach. There are a lot of whole ones, or like the half, right? So I've never seen a complete shell. You always just see the half. But the really cool looking shells, all the really unique things, are broken. To me, the prettiest shells that you're going to find on the beach are broken. You won't find the whole thing. Like, have you ever found a sand dollar that was this big? No, but you might find a quarter or a half or 3/4, but it's very rare to find a large, beautiful, unique seashell that's whole. And that's the same with us. Things in our life are going to cause us harm. They're going to hurt us. People are going to hurt us. Things, places. And it's that brokenness where God does the most work. In Psalm 34:18, God says, I am near to the brokenhearted. So if that's you, just know God is near. But I found this really cool shell. Look at that. It's really a unique shell. And I imagine when it was in its fullness and its whole, it was a pretty cool looking shell, because even that is really interesting. But I want you to know all the edges on this shell are very smooth. None of them are sharp. None of them are going to cut me as I run my finger along. They're all very smooth edges, and I believe that time created the smoothness of the edges. Time is what fixed the roughness on this shell. Now, I found another seashell, and it had some very sharp edges, and I wanted to show you guys that this shell is probably recently broken, but this is the shell, and this is the part I wanted to show you. It's very, very sharp. It could easily puncture your foot if you stepped on it, or even your hand. But what's interesting, it's very thin. When I was walking up from the beach, I had it in my hand with the other shell, and I had to kind of squeeze my hand a little bit tighter, because I guess just cleaning my feet off the sand. I squeezed this, and I actually broke this shell. Look. I created the brokenness. So even sometimes when we think we're doing something good for someone and we're trying to help them, or we can cause brokenness in people. We can hurt people. And I want you just to evaluate today. If you are broken and you feel hopeless and lost and discouraged and depressed, maybe you feel lost, I want you to know God is there with you. He has never left you. I challenge you to run to Him today, to just turn around, and He's chasing after you. Turn around to Him, surrender your life, and say, Lord, would you fix the brokenness in my life? And He will. He's your Father. If you are actually, maybe you're the one causing the brokenness in other people because you're stressed out, or you're anxious, you're angry, maybe you're just not a patient person, maybe you're doing this to other people. Surrender that part of your life to God and say, God, help me to be a peacemaker. Help me to be loving and gentle and kind, and to bear the fruit of the Spirit. Galatians 5:13. For the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And if you're not bearing those fruit daily, ask the Holy Spirit to give you a fresh infilling so that you can bear those fruit. But I just wanted to share this with you today about the different shells that we find on the beach. They are representative of our lives and maybe where you are in your life. And I just pray for you today that God would heal you and He would smooth off those rough edges and help you to be a peacemaker and someone that God can actually use to bless other people. If you guys have any prayer requests or need anything, please send me a message. I would love, it would be an honor for me to pray with y'all. And as we sign off for this morning, can you even see the view? There it is. I'm having to sit under the patio here. I can't see, there it is, because it was extremely windy and that cute little waterfall was very loud. But let's go look at the beach today. It is beautiful, you guys. If you're anywhere near here, you need to get yourself to the beach, maybe on your lunch break, maybe after work. It is windy. Look, you can see the yellow flag is just straight out, but it is gorgeous. And there are people in their bikinis out here laying out, so apparently it's warm to some people. But I am still in my full sweatsuit because I'm a local and it's still a little chilly to me. All right, guys, have a good day. See ya.